afternoon and welcome to WEFM's 3 p.m. news. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Meteorological Services is continuing its monitoring of the progress of two tropical waves located over the central and eastern tropical Atlantic. According to SVG Met, of immediate interest is the tropical wave closest to the region, which is presently located approximately 1,310 miles east of SVG. The movement is generally west-northwestward at 10 to 15 miles per hour. The Meteorological Services says that the latest model forecast guidance suggests that environmental conditions appear conducive for gradual development of this wave while it approaches the Lesser Antilles, and there is a medium chance that a tropical depression could form during the next 7 days. Regardless of development, moderate to heavy showers, thunderstorm activity, and gusty winds are likely across SVG from late Sunday, the Met Services said in their weather warning. Therefore, watches or warnings may be issued. Corporal of Police Elroy Kwame, during a recent appearance on WeFM's Cop Chat program, emphasized the importance of higher education to the police force. Corporal Kwame said that members of the police force pursuing higher education will make them better equipped to put measures in place that will help to execute better policing, as well as allow for a better understanding of the various elements present in crime. We hear more from Corporal Kwame.
That's where I'm focusing on policing. I think is very important because with higher education, you attain certain level and higher levels of professionalism. You are also able to understand at a deeper level as it relates to crime, what contributes to crime, and also being able to put measures in place. But in order to put measures in place, you also have to have an understanding because we're in 2024 where criminals they are trying to be one step ahead. So education comes and it plays a major role in understanding one, the criminal justice system, and it also understands the players within the criminal justice system.
Corporal Kwame said that officers obtaining a higher education will also help the police force to be more self sufficient and improve the professionalism of police officers.
Now, it's not only about crime, it also helps to make the police force self sufficient, right? Because persons don't study only matters that relates to crime. We have persons who study IT, they study business, and so on. So it helps to make the police force a little bit more independent and self sufficient. And it helps with our professionalism as well.
That was Corporal of Police Elroy Kwame. Corporal Kwame encouraged members of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force to pursue higher education as it would help in improving the level of service they can provide to the police force and general public. Still on the local scene, the Insurance Association of SVG Inc., TIA SVG, and the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force Traffic Department have announced a successful partnership in a major new road safety initiative aimed at reducing vehicular accidents and fatalities across the country. The project, which will culminate in the installation of crucial traffic signs along major routes, reflects a shared commitment to enhancing road safety and protecting the Vincentian public. The initiative began in early 2023 when TIA SVG's executive board identified a rising concern over the frequency of vehicular accidents. Recognizing the need for immediate action, TIA SVG joined forces with the traffic department to develop and implement a comprehensive plan designed to mitigate reckless driving and improve overall road safety. Over the past 10 months, extensive planning and coordination were undertaken, involving collaboration with traffic sign providers and diligent efforts from both TIA SVG and traffic department members. The new traffic signs will be strategically placed from Calicut to Nelson Mandela Highway, targeting key areas with high traffic volumes and accident rates. These signs are intended to serve as vital tools in warning drivers, deterring unsafe behaviors, and ultimately reducing the number of road incidents. On to news in the region. Jamaican opposition spokesperson on education, Senator Damian Crawford, has said that the low 38.9% pass rate among Jamaican students in the 2024 CSEC mathematics examination may have stemmed from poor numeracy rates among students when they were at the primary level. Crawford gave the diagnosis based on what he said was his own analysis of the performance of the students over the years. Since Jamaica's Education and Youth Minister Favour Williams revealed the performance in mathematics this year, there have been calls for urgent and renewed emphasis to be placed on the subject. In addressing a press briefing hosted by the People's National Party PNP on Wednesday, Crawford said that the ministry failed to acknowledge the trends in the students' performances in the subject area, especially in the 2017 Grade 4 numeracy test. He said the pass rate stood at 66% at the time. All schools on mainland Grenada are scheduled to reopen on Monday, September 2nd, pending no unforeseen occurrence or circumstances. However, a 2-week delay is envisaged for the Carriacou and Petite Martinique, where many schools are still being used as shelters following Hurricane Beryl. These updates were given during a Ministry of Education conference to address the reopening of school. Grenada's Minister of Education David Andrews says 44 schools, which were used on mainland Grenada as shelters due to Hurricane Beryl, will be thoroughly cleaned and sanitized in time for Monday's opening. He says as work continues to repair houses in Carriacou and Petite Martinique, the ministry will be monitoring the progress before giving a definitive date on when schools will reopen on the Sister Isles, where many families are still using schools as shelters. Grenada's education minister also reminded that after September 1st, it will be an offense for any parent or guardian to keep a child or ward who is under the age of 18 away from school, after the compulsory age was extended in the Education Amendment Bill. Finally, on the international scene, Libya's central bank governor Sadiq Al-Kabir says he and other senior employees of the institution have been forced to flee the country to escape threats from armed militia, the Financial Times reported. The Central Bank of Libya, which controls billions of dollars in oil revenue, is at the center of the latest political crisis to hit a country riven with conflict since the 2011 NATO-backed overthrow of longtime ruler Muammar Gaddafi, which is now divided between two rival administrations in the east and west. The latest spat between the two administrations escalated on Monday when Tripoli based Prime Minister Abdul Hamid Dibeiba, leading the internationally recognized Government of National Unity based in western Libya, attempted to remove Al Kabir, sending a delegation to take over the central bank governor's office. According to reports, tensions between the two men were mounting. Al-Kabir had accused the prime minister of overspending and painting a misleadingly rosy picture of the economy in his speeches. Critics of the governor have accused him of mishandling oil revenues. In response to attacks on the bank's leadership and employees, the Benghazi-based Eastern government, headed by Prime Minister Osama Hamad, announced on Monday that it was shutting down oil fields. The Eastern government is not recognized internationally. However, its military leader, Khalifa Haftar, controls most of Libya's oil fields. This has been WEFM's 3 p.m. news. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 5:30 for WEFM's evening news, and we thank you for listening.